Hello everybody, my name is Joseph Morales, and if you're coming from my previous video, welcome back. And if not, I am a computer science major here at Stockton University, and I just want to be explaining to you the smartphone usage and basic safety and security issues that can come along while using a smart device. My presentation will really focus on the main issue of using the internet while on a smart device, because while you're using the internet on your device, you never know what's happening behind the scenes. Some of those things can be like identity theft, where somebody's stealing your information without you even knowing. Then there's phishing, where somebody's luring you in to kind of pay them money. Then stalking, since there's such a high increase of social media nowadays that everybody's posting but not really looking at what they post. And romance scams, which are my favorite, where somebody could create a fake profile and lure you in to give them money or send them something or gifts. And computer viruses were the worst, since they could take over your whole computer and leaving you like no access to your computer. So I just want to be here to show you the basic safety and issues and how to avoid all these issues. Starting off with identity theft. This can occur when somebody sends you a fraudulent email, which that email may seem really realistic, maybe come from a real company, but it's not fully realistic, and they're just trying to get you to click on it, maybe go to this fake website and type in your email, password, maybe social security, or even your credit card information, where they could just gather all that information and take it away from you just like that. Then it's off to the races of how fast they could spend your money. So I just want to show that you can prevent this. Some of the ways are just to never enter unsecured websites that you're not sure of. Usually when you go to these websites, they will tell you if they're secured or not. Right at the top of the bar, it will just say secured website or secured not. As well as making sure you're on a secured Wi-Fi connection. This can include not being on a Starbucks Wi-Fi while doing important work, or a McDonald's Wi-Fi, because you never know if those are the real Wi-Fi connections coming from that business. So right here I'm going to put a photo on the screen so you guys can see it a little clearer, but this is just an example of a fake email that could just be sent to anybody. If you look at the top, it may seem like it's coming from a Netflix domain, but if you dive a little deeper, you can click on those domains and see where it's really coming from. If you see, this email highlighted in the red box is just a bunch of random characters coming from a fake domain and a fake website. And all they're trying to let you do is click on this try again button, maybe type in your credit card information, and then boom, you typed it on a fake website and they have all your information just like that. Super simple. The next topic I want to be discussing is phishing. So when phishing happens, they are basically luring you in to something and maybe trying to have you put a down payment or pay for something that you maybe never entered. So once you click this link, they can either download malicious software into your computer or hack your computer or steal all your information just like that. So ways to get around this. I know it may seem hard to see what a real email looks like, but hopefully by the end of this presentation you'll get a good understanding of what to look out for. But just never click on these emails that seem too good to be true. As well as never give out your email address to random people that you've never met. And to never click on links that you're unsure of. That will be a really common, reoccurring issue that I'll keep saying throughout this whole presentation. And to install a pop-up blocker on your device. Personally, I use ad blocker on my device on Chrome, but if all you have to do is search on your chosen browser and type your browser name, ad blocker, or pop-up blocker, and there should be an easy download link from the store of your device that you can download, and it will block all of these issues. So right here is an example of phishing. If you could see the email, which I'll post closer to the screen, it says, "Congratulations, you won a raffle for a Caribbean cruise." You gotta think, when did I enter a raffle to win a cruise? When did I do any of this? Sometimes you need to use a little more common sense and understand where these emails are coming from. Most of the time, they're just trying to let you click on the link that's at the bottom, maybe give a down payment to hold your spot for the cruise ship, or to download a program onto your computer to maybe schedule your whole thing. This is a key way of telling that they're trying to scam you and they're trying to just get your information. Next is internet stalking. Nowadays, everybody's using social media applications like Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, all of the sorts. And a lot of these websites ask you when you first download them, will you share your location? A lot of people just overlook this and click, yeah, I'll share my location. What, no big deal. But do you know everybody that's on your account and on your social media? When you post something, you really never know what's behind you or what you're posting about. You don't know if somebody could find that building that's behind you. So being aware of what you post and how you post it and who you're showing it to is very important. If you have 100 random people on your account, all these 100 random people, just like your friends, can see your post, maybe get more information from you. So just being aware of what you're posting on the internet is very key, because nothing is ever deleted off the internet. You never know that something will be deleted or not. Somebody could either screenshot it, screen record it, or it's just never off your device. You can maybe forget about it, and they'll know exactly where you are if you post your address on the background, maybe your school in the background, something of the sort. So right here is just an example of internet stalking. This person is just a random contact that just messaged this user and just asking for something. Usually the clear and first thing to do is just instantly block them if you're getting a message from somebody you don't know. Right now I'm going to show you how to block on 2 different devices. Starting with Apple, on an iPhone, all you have to do is go to the top of the bar in your contacts or wherever they are, click on the icon at the top, and it will bring you to another prompt where it says info, and once you click on info, it will show you something that will say block this contact or block this user. Once you block them, you'll never get any more messages from them, and you'll be done set. Same thing for Android. On Android devices, it's a little easier. You're going to click on the 3 dots at the top. It's going to show you a little prompt that says block this number, and once you click block this number, you can delete the conversation and never have to worry about it. These are just the easiest ways to get around these people trying to get more information off you. If you don't know them, why talk to them? There's no reason to. So, ways to prevent stalking is to just never post your location where you are, or at least be aware of what you're posting. Maybe you have your school, again, or address on the background. Everybody could see that. Somebody could search that super simply and know exactly where you are at that time. As well as keeping your personal information private. You shouldn't really be posting where you live, what's your address on these social media devices, because sometimes your accounts are on public and anybody could just look at these. Now for romance scams. These are my favorite because I see it happen all the time. Maybe an older gentleman is looking for love and they find somebody maybe from France or somewhere, and they just keep asking for money, or they're trying to get to know you and trying to steal money off you. So there's these people called catfishes where they will create a fake account, and try to lure you in, trying to be your wife or trying to get some money off you, and maybe even say they're your long lost child or any of the sort. And all they want you to do is send them maybe money, give them your personal information, and then they could start doing their process from there. So this is an example of romance scam. If you see and look at the questions, again, I'll post it closer so you could see them. These are your questions that are very secured and only you should know, or maybe your family should know. These are questions that they ask you for very secured, or maybe to change your password or change your email address or your bank account. So knowing what these people are sending you and just instantly blocking them or just not even talking to them is the best thing you can do. If you're really looking for love, just do it in the real world. There's no point of using the application nowadays. Next, we're talking about viruses. These are very harmful to your computer. Basically, viruses are like malware and software. Usually they are used to gain access to your computers just from an email, or maybe you just downloading something off the website. They have embedded links that once you click on it, downloads to your computer, and boom, they have complete access to your device without you even knowing. Your computer can be completely off, and they could still be moving around the mouse from their home, from remotely, anywhere they are. So using credible websites, as well as not clicking on these strange links that people are sending you through emails, is very key. As well as downloading your software, or downloading software and updates to protect your devices. Usually, a lot of these computer brands have their own built-in VPNs or built-in software that helps you stay more secure while you're using the websites or using anything online that will prevent you from doing stuff like this. So I'm just going to talk about some basic scams. Some of the basic ones are like charity scams, where people are just asking for money. Maybe they have a fake charity and they need a small donation where, oh, I'll send $5 to these people. They might just get your information from this fake website, and boom, they have all your bank account numbers and everything, and they could start charging you for random stuff. As well as grandchild scams, because there's a lot of fakes of these. People are just saying, oh, I'm your long lost relative. I know you from your dad. I know you from your mom. Can you send me a little money to get home? Maybe I can come visit them. Again, you know who's in your family, and you can ask around your family before you even send money to them, just to know, is this really true or is this really fake? Then winning a cruise ship scam, as we went over in the phishing example, This is a very, very common scam that's happening nowadays, where people are just sending you that you won and it's something that's really too good to be true. And then a lot of people are just taking it and thinking, oh, I think it's real. You have to look at these key signs and be aware of what you're doing. And romance scams, like on Tinder or any of these applications that are looking for love, there's just people making fake profiles, trying to get more information off you and trying to steal your information. So here are some basic internet security tips. While using the internet, never click on suspicious stuff that somebody sends you. If you get a random email or a random link that pops up on your screen, don't click on it. Just remove it or block it. There's no reason to, because you don't know what's behind that email, and you can really never tell unless you click on it. As well as never click on pop-up windows that pop up on your device. I already told you that there's an application that you can download. Mine is Ad Blocker, or Ad Blocker, or there's something called ABP that you can find on the Chrome store that does the exact same thing. But every device usually should have one of these just so you're safe and secure. As well as keeping a strong password. Making a strong password on your device is very uncommon nowadays. Everyone's just using something maybe like their maiden name, their first name with a few letters behind it, and it's just not strong enough. People can break into those very simply. And I'll be showing you how to create a strong password that nobody can really break into, or it'll be a lot harder for somebody to know. Never posting your information online. You shouldn't be posting your email address on your web or online, or any of the sort, your address, your school, any of that, unless it's to your friends and you're on a private browser or private account that only your friends and you know the people that are viewing it. And never trust somebody that you just met online. Why would I trust somebody that I'd never met in person, only met online? There's no reason. So right now, I'm going to be showing you how to create a very strong password, because passcode awareness is very, very overlooked. Using stuff like special characters like the and sign, the asterisk, or the percent sign can elevate your password to a whole nother level. This can create a big different margin on how long it could take for somebody to break into that password. There is a website called security.org that I'll be showing you on the next slide that just has these two passwords written down, and it'll tell you how long, hypothetically, a hacker could take to break into those passwords. So my original password is Chevy Chevelle. Just two capital, very simple, a car. And then to elevate that password, you can maybe do Chevy Chevelle, maybe the year of the car, an exclamation point, an asterisk. This will elevate your password and make it even harder for them to break into. As long as you can remember it, you should be fine. Just doing something that's something of significance to you is very common nowadays. So trying to find something that's a little different and out of the box for your password is really good for you guys. So right here, once you get into security.org, again, I'll post the slide a little closer so you can see it. In the first box that's red, I have put the Chevy Chevelle password, and it theoretically says a hacker could take about 1 year to crack your password. Hypothetically speaking, maybe even quicker, maybe even longer, who knows? But you just know that a car for a password is just too simple. Somebody can guess that very simply. Then I have the other password that I've written on the past slide right here, and it tells me it takes 93 trillion years just to break into that, which again is hypothetically, but you never know. Using one of these stronger passwords can save you from your account being broken into. Now, for some security settings to enable on your computer, a lot of browsers have their own security website or private browsers that you can go on where nothing can be tracked. It is all encoded, and it's all that is personal, and once you log off of that device, it will completely be deleted. So on Google, you can go to the safe search option, where just basic safe search, nobody could see where you are. The second you close that tab down, all your information is done. Anything you logged in, anything of that sort is gone. So you don't have to worry about looking back and saying, oh, maybe somebody's going to use this computer. Using the safe search is very key if you're going to maybe a library or using on somebody else's device so they don't gain your information from that. As well as downloading VPNs. Basically, VPNs are a way to encrypt your Wi-Fi connection and the website that you're connecting to. So imagine your website being a lot of ones and zeros. With those ones and zeros, it mixes it up even more and adding more encryption to those where people can't even see what you're looking at. So personally, I have a VPN called NordVPN. You can pay for it monthly, and you can download it on any device. And this will help me search safely on my iPhone, my MacBook or my desktop computers and any of the sorts, as long as I have it downloaded and enabled. As well as updates. These are so overlooked nowadays. Updating your device is super crucial because having the previous security software downloaded on your device can just make a hacker evolve and kind of break into that. When updating it, just keeps updating and make it newer and stronger. So just doing basic updates on your device, your smartphone, on your computer, your browser, will just help that security level just a little more. That will help you. So for education and awareness, I know it may be a little harder for some of the generations to learn about computers. So it's great that there's some websites that you can now go to, like Medicare.org, which is not on this slide, but oh, it's right here. So on Medicare.org, you can go to there and you can basically type in any question you have, and they'll answer it for nothing. In a few seconds, you just Google search it, and boom, you have all the information you need of your question. And as well as going to local libraries and community centers, they will more than happily be helpful to you, as long as you ask them and ask the right questions. I know it may seem like the internet's so bad nowadays because a lot of people are getting hacked, they're getting accounts broken into, but it's fun and safe if you know what you're looking at. You have to be aware and maybe use a little more common sense than the everyday average person on the internet to say, hey, this looks suspicious, hey, this doesn't look suspicious. There's a lot of benefits while using the internet, especially for school and for research and recipes, but as long as you know how to use the internet, you should be fine and safe. So now I'm going to be giving you guys a little questionnaire. I'm going to give you guys maybe 30, 45 seconds to go through this. I'll be asking the question. So, what do you call a younger individual that pretends to be interested in an adult seeking companionship in return for money and financial gain? I'll give you guys a few seconds to write that. Then, number 2 is, what scamming technique works when attackers send out emails that may seem realistic, but they have links that are embedded with malicious software? Give you guys a few seconds. Then, what website provides a list of skillful, useful resources and classes that you can take that can help you? And lastly, when creating a password, what are some extra measures you can take to making your password even more secure? Give you guys a few seconds. Finished up? Perfect. Number 1, what scamming techniques is used by a younger individual that pretends to seek interest in companionship in return for money and financial gain? This is a romance scam. Then, what scamming technique works when attackers send out emails that may seem realistic, but they have embedded links that are attached with malicious software onto them? This is called phishing. Then, what website provides a list of skillful resources and classes that can be taken to help advance your knowledge? Medicare.org. And then when creating a password, what are some extra measures you can take to make it even more secured? Some things like using more special characters in your password, maybe capitalizations, as well as putting it into secured.org and just seeing roughly and hypothetically how long could your password take to break in. I hopefully taught you guys something during this presentation. Thank you guys for listening, and have a great day.